Okay, so in a moment we'll get started, but let me give you guys a little bit of updates on how the market is moving and how you guys could use this market movement to make some good moves for yourselves, guys, because I think that there's some pattern that is emerging, and certainly tonight we'll be having the GDP growth rate, I believe, should be together alongside with the inflation at tomorrow, I believe. So I think this will be the preparation for us to see how the GDP data will be moving tonight together alongside with the durable goods. And I believe that during these hours it will be an important move on the market to actually get something out of it, guys. Alright, so So let us get started, guys. So first of all, we have already been waiting on the market, and there's some movement that has been happening. As you guys could see, that most of the market movement has been quite slow. After breaking out higher than 3,335, we haven't been able to see much movement afterwards, and I think that is primarily coming out from the market where we are not really seeing any clear signs from how the market is moving. Certainly that's the case after prices has been reacting pretty quick from the 3,335 area, and prices hits the high at 3,350 approximately around there, and suddenly prices drops. But however, from what I'm seeing as of now, there's actually some good chances this movement is really good. And one of the key reasons I'm looking at the market in that particular direction is we started to see that prices yesterday break out higher thanks to the things happening on the market, where we start seeing that there is some sign that the price movement there has actually been moving really well. So I think if we are looking after post breakout of the market, you could actually see one thing is happening. It has actually been building up a really good support, and prices has been going up higher since then. Okay, so I think this is a good chance for us to see that right now prices is slowing down, giving a good support for the price, and eventually we could actually start seeing that prices will go higher afterwards. Okay, so I think this is a really good build out on the market, especially with how things has been moving. So yesterday we do know there's something happening, and suddenly we are seeing that prices has been breaking out. So if you guys I see the market right now, that yesterday, yes, prices has been quite weakened, and the tendency for prices to drop to the lower side is really huge. As you guys could see here, prices yesterday dropped the most until 3,314, and suddenly prices rebounded and moved on this ranging area. So as of that happened, we started to see there's a pattern emerging on the market where we're actually watching carefully right now on this 30-minute time frame chart. So we are actually looking at one thing. So one of the things that we are watching is there's a cup and handle formation. I mean, an inverted head and shoulder formations is being built. So this is the shoulder, and this is the head. So we are seeing the inverted head and shoulder, and since then I think prices has been hitting the price target for this chart pattern at 3,350, I believe. So let us see. So approximately around 3,355, and yes, there's still some room for prices to go higher, and we'll be testing the resistance again at 3,350, guys, because tonight we'll be having the GDP data, and tomorrow will be the biggest event where people will be expecting inflation data coming up. So I think today and tomorrow will be a big day in terms of economic data, and we will be seeing that price movement will be a bit stronger at the end of this week, I believe, with this kind of market movement. And I don't really see any reason that we should be able to see that prices will be slowing down or will be moving in an uncertain range for prices pre and post the news, it's usually going to be a bit volatile, as commonly we have been seeing across the time. And through that, I think it should be a good chance for us to see these continuations, where we've already been seeing that post breakout prices has been building up a good minor uptrend. So you can see actually that prices has been moving on this higher low, higher high, higher low, and right now it's building another higher high, and I think prices should be dropping to the most towards this area, but so far prices hasn't been reacting too much, and it seems that prices will be consolidating, moving on the support area around 3,335. And after prices consolidate around here, it seems that the room for prices to go higher is still available. It's still very much wide open, and I think good chances we can make some good trades on this gold market with you guys tonight. So make sure that you guys stay tuned, and if there's any changes on the market, I'll be updating you guys and let you guys know what you guys could be expecting out of this market, because personally I still see good chances that prices will start to move much better coming out from this market, guys. Alright, so that is one of the things, especially with this kind of a slower market movement, ranging, and not really giving us a lot of signs. It's usually the case where prices is preparing to go higher. So at the very least, we will be seeing that prices will be testing the support, the resistance area around 3,348 towards the 3,050 area soon. And let us see how that goes. Ultimately, I see that chances for that to happen is really high with this kind of market movement, and personally I will be expecting to see that gold prices will be trying to hit 3,355 for tonight. Okay, so let us see how that goes, as prices has been under a really huge selling pressure over the past 1 to 2 hours, but so far prices are still stuck at those tight ranges, showing you guys that this is the consolidations area that has been built. The tendency for prices to go higher is really huge, and it seems that everything is likely to go higher coming out from this market, guys. Alright, so that's what I'm seeing for now, and the likelihood for that to happen is very much wide open for now. Okay, so if you guys asking me what are the views, how you guys could do your trades for tonight, I think there should be no excuses that you guys don't know what we are doing and what are the views for today's market movement, guys, because right now it is certainly a very good scenario to do long, with a very limited risk and reward, with a very good risk and reward ratio towards 3,350. It's already been 2, and if you guys are targeting 3,355, you can put 3 to 1, guys. So that is the view on the market, guys. Alright, so make sure you guys take a closer look, keep holding on the positions, a very good risk reward ratio for now, and I see good chances that prices will go higher from here. So I'm seeing good chances that prices could go higher, and if you guys see that this is a good chance to do some short trades, I believe that it will be very risky. So if you guys asking my view, I will definitely advocate for you guys to see that the potential for a bull is really much wide open compared to shorts for now. Alright, in terms of risk, reward, definitely it's a good time to consider to do longs, guys. Alright. So as usual, if you guys are thinking about doing the longs, if you guys could enter at lower prices, the better. It's always been the case. And if you guys couldn't enter at high prices, adjust your stop losses. I think that should be pretty fine. But personally, if you guys asking me, I would prefer to get the confirmations that prices will be breaking out, because right now, if we are watching carefully as of now, we are actually seeing that prices has been trading in a pretty tight range around this price. And if prices could start breaking out of this, you could actually start to see the consolidation is over, prices will be likely to go higher afterwards. So I would love to see how the market reactions will be working post breakout, rather than waiting, as we are currently waiting to see how the market movement is moving, guys. Okay. Okay. So right now we are still waiting to see how the prices will be reacting pre this breakout, and certainly once prices break out, we are seeing good chances for prices to go higher, and seems that prices are still consolidating, giving you guys a good chance to enter trades right before prices goes higher. So in terms of risk and reward, this could be a very good entry point. But the only weaknesses of entering on this kind of trade is we are not getting yet the confirmations from the market. It could be likely that prices could be failing. So I think everything has its own pros and cons, and certainly this is one of those if we are entering early. And if we can get a good entry point for it, I think this is still considered a very good entry point. And that's why if you guys are thinking in terms of risk, I think this is the best time to enter. But if you guys wanted to get clearer confirmations on how the prices will be moving, I would suggest to you guys that you guys would consider to wait for the breakout, which I don't think will be very much longer if you guys are seeing and waiting for the chances to appear. So yes, I really do think that prices on this market movement will be moving way much better after the breakout, and right now is a good time to get a better entry point for you guys. Okay. Alright, so we have already been giving you guys the analysis on how are my views on the market and how prices are breaking out and what are the possibility that prices could be going for today. So if you guys have been able to get some clues and tips how you guys could enter the trades, you guys are welcome to give us a thumbs up and give us your likes. And definitely if you guys are benefiting from the analysis tonight and you guys think that others could be benefited through it, you guys are always welcome to click the link on my profile and chat me, because tonight I'll be sharing more exclusive access on the VIP live sessions where I'll be talking about what's happened around the world, what's happening in terms of the market news, and that you guys could get updated and make some good trades on your own as well. So if you guys wanted that, you guys could head on, click the link on my video or my profile and chat me for access on the VIP live sessions, guys. Alright. Okay, prices have been moving up higher post breakout, and if you guys have been watching, I believe you guys should have been able to make some good profits on your own, guys. And with this kind of market movement, one of the things that I will be expecting coming out soon is prices will be testing 3345 and 3350 area in a matter of minutes, guys, because with this kind of consolidations, prices will be testing to break out the high, and we could be actually getting a clear reactions soon on this market, guys. All right, so I'll be expecting to see that, and it's going to take time, and definitely my expectation is trying to see how the market movement will be moving next, and ultimately prices will have the chances for prices to go higher in the next few minutes, I believe. So be prepared for it, and I think it could be primarily driven by the possibility that tonight GDP data news will be out in another 1 hour and 30 minutes. So I think that could also be one of the sentiment why prices seems likely is preparing to see how the market movement will be moving pre and post the news on the GDP data side. Okay, so overall I think this is still a very good sign, and welcome everyone on the live streaming session. So if you guys are enjoying your time here and get some important insights on how you guys could plan your trade, you guys are welcome to leave us your likes and thumbs up. And if you guys enjoyed and you guys could think that others could benefit from our live streaming sessions, don't forget to share this video with your friends or anyone that you guys know who is interested to learn to make some money with us, and also have interactive discussions with me, because you guys are always welcome to ask me and chat me if you guys do have any questions about the market or trading in general, and I'm happy if I could help you guys. Alright, so you guys are welcome to do so, and if you have anything or any requests to see any other markets, you guys are always welcome. I'll be able to help you guys with it. Okay, so let us see what's going on the other market side. Okay, all right, PL, good evening, nice to see you, and I'm not sure whether you are busy or not, as usual. Okay, so let us see. So gold has been moving very well. It will be trying to break 3345 and 3350 area in this live streaming sessions. I believe that will be the case right before the GDP data news that will be releasing soon in another 1 hour and 30 minutes. So we shall see how that goes. Personally, I think it is very much achievable to see prices hits 3345 at this current price movement, and it seems that it's very likely to happen. And for prices to go higher than 3350, it's going to take time. So gotta be patient. Good chances for that to happen is still very much wide open after a very healthy consolidations that we have been seeing so far. Right, so let us move on towards the silver market movement and see what's been going on there. Okay, so one of the main things that has been happening on the silver market movement, yes, the market movement has been very explosive. I do very much agree with that, and certainly that after yesterday will be busy. I understand, UPL, no worries. Yeah, but as long as you're still making profits, I think that is still the best thing. Alright, PL, no worry. And welcome to ask me any questions, or if you do have any questions about trading in general, or if you wanted to view any other markets, you are always welcome to ask me questions, PL. Alright, and so right now let us get into the silver market, and right now let us take the overall view since yesterday. So yesterday we started to see, yes, prices is trying to break down lower, but overall we are not really seeing any drop downs happening on the silver market, and instead prices just goes up higher, follow alongside with what happened on the gold market, where prices just goes up after that. And we are seeing that prices has been able to sustain its movement, trying to push higher and break through the ranging area between the $35.90 to $36.20. However, the biggest thing happened since, I would say since the Asian session today, is prices has been able to maintain support at $36.20 and has been ultimately building up a very good consolidations, where prices has been hitting the highest at $36.83, where we have already been making good profits. Post breakout, we immediately enter the trades in a very quick manner, and we secured our first profit target and a total of 280 pips on this market. So certainly it's a very satisfying trade on silver trade alone for this premium signal group. So if you guys are interested to get those trading ideas, you guys are definitely welcome to click the link on my profile and chat me for those, and you guys could get access for it complimentary, guys. Alright, so you guys could check it out if you guys don't want to miss out making good trades with us, and try to make some good bucks with us as well, right? And afterwards, we right now are watching a very similar situations happening with the gold market, where the gold market together alongside with the silver market has been consolidating and hasn't been able to show a lot of signs. But one thing is very clear on the silver market, that prices has already been going up very fast, going higher and higher, building up on that uptrend. And if you guys have been following my live streaming sessions, I've always told you guys that silver market movement on the long run, it's very much different compared to gold, and I think this could be the chance where we could be seeing that silver could be outperforming the gold market on the second half of this year, guys. So this is definitely going to happen, and based on that alone, I think we could actually start to see a lot of great movements coming out from silver, especially if prices could start maintaining its uptrend and don't be stuck on the ranging or the sideways area that we don't want to be happening on the silver market. Because once the breakout happens on silver, the move will always be very explosive, and if you guys miss out, it's going to be a huge miss. It's always been the case, but if you guys are stuck, it's going to be a bit of a longer time on this trade. But overall, silver market movement until now is still showing the consolidation sign. Prices is still trying to find the support area between $36.50 to the $36.70. And once prices breaks out, I am expecting to see that silver prices has the potential to hit $37 for tonight, guys. So let us see how the data will be moving on tonight. But overall, the momentum that we have been getting since the Asian sessions, London sessions, and right now we are going to enter the US sessions is very much optimistic. Good chances we could be actually seeing that prices could be going higher from here. So I definitely see that happening, and good chances for that to happen as well. Alright, but definitely we are trying to see how the prices will be consolidating, and once there's signs of prices will be breaking out, that will be the chances where we will be entering the trades even much more clearly and getting the confirmations on the market as the ones that we have been seeing earlier on the market and together on our premium signals as well. Alright, so let us go back towards the gold market, try to see how things are playing out there. Okay, prices are right now slowing down again. I think it's very common for us to see that. So prices hasn't been able to break out 3345, and right now it has been consolidating very much similar with what we are seeing on the silver market. So I've already been telling you guys that prices will be trying to test the resistance 3345 and 3350, and the chances for prices to consolidate is really high. So like I said, in terms of risk, it's a very much good scenario to enter the trades, but in terms of the movement, maybe it's going to take time. And 3345 should be there, guys. Alright, so we shall try to see how this plays out on the course of the live streaming sessions, and let us see how that goes on, guys. But if you guys wanted to get some clear ideas how you guys could plan your trade and enter your trade, you guys are definitely welcome to click the link on my profile, and you guys could get trading ideas like the ones that you guys are seeing here. Alright, so don't miss this out, and certainly I would say that with this kind of market movement, the tendency for prices to go higher is literally much better, as prices has been building up a very good consolidation pattern, and we are seeing that the support area is pretty much here. So I think this is a good chance for you guys to take time and enter at the current prices where prices hasn't been moving a lot, and definitely you guys don't want to miss out the chances like this explosive move happening on the silver market movement as well. So make sure that you guys stay tuned and don't miss out the chances on that kind of market movement. Okay, but let us get into the gold market movement on the long run. So what are expected coming out from the gold market movement on the long run? So I've already been telling you guys multiple times across the weeks, across previous weeks, and let me switch towards other charts so that you guys could see much clearly what I have been thinking on the market. So definitely one of the biggest issues that we have been experiencing on the gold market is we haven't been able to get any clear trends right now. And why is that the case? Because on this gold market movement that we have been watching so far, prices has been consolidating, ranging between 3,200 towards 3,400, and so far what we are getting is prices is just moving in this range, even though it's not very tight in terms on the overall market movement. But since we couldn't be getting any clear market movement, it's going to be tougher to really actually see where the long-term market movement on the gold will be, because every time prices tries to break out 3,400, 3,430, we are not going anywhere. We are not getting a lot of market reactions, and it seems that the price movement here is likely to be relatively slow. And I think that could be a bit dangerous to see this kind of market movement. And once we get the confirmations, we can be very sure, oh, this is building a reversal, it is building a consolidation, trying to break out higher. But as of now, even though, yes, I've been drawing a reversal pattern, but it hasn't happened yet, guys, because to get that kind of confirmations, we need to be able to see once prices breaks down below 3,200, because if prices didn't break down below 3,200, I'm afraid we are still too early on the market to say, yes, there is a reversal happening. But once prices breaks down below 3,200, we can say there's a chart pattern forming on the reversal side. Potential prices could be hitting $3,000, yes, but it's going to take time for us to see that. And as long as prices are still moving on this sideways range, it's a little bit hard to say that we are going to get a clearer market movement here, rather than we are just going to utilize what's the momentum on every single day and try to see where the market movement will be for tonight and try to see it on the next day. So definitely, if you guys are trading on the daily or weekly basis, trying to see what's happening on a longer market movement, I'm afraid that on the gold market movement, we are not really getting clear situations right now, guys. But I think it's a totally the different market comparing it against the silver, guys, because silver market movement has been relatively well. And if you guys have been watching the silver market for quite some time, you guys could actually notice a pattern that prices on the silver, since the post breakout at the 2nd of June, prices has been re-entering back towards the uptrend channel. And let me just show you guys. So this is the uptrend channel that we have been talking about. So since the early part of the year, prices have been going higher until the Liberation Day came and really messed things up a little bit. And 2nd of June, prices returned back towards its price. And I think from that itself is a really good market movement that we have been watching so far. And afterwards, we started to see that some chances that silver market could continue its uptrend movement, and there's a potential that prices could hit $40 on the long run, as long as prices still maintains its price movement, price ranges on this uptrend channel. And there's a huge likelihood we could actually see that silver market movement could be building up a good, healthy uptrend movement, goes up higher, have a healthy pullback, goes up higher, have a healthy pullback. And right now, we are exactly seeing one where prices has been going up really fast post the 2nd of June. Prices goes up really high, consolidating, goes up really high, consolidating. Really gives the time for the movement to get a healthy movement rather than a rushing and prices goes up really fast. And this kind of market movement is certainly expected, especially if you guys are looking at trades on a weekly basis, monthly basis. This is certainly the move that you guys will be expecting, that a healthy pullback and then prices goes back higher in the future is a really good movement as of now. But if you guys are watching through the daily charts, sometimes if you guys are watching day by day on the silver market movement, you guys could actually see there's some days where we are not really seeing a lot of movement, and that is really a part of the silver characteristic. And you guys need to be patient when you guys are trading on those markets. But again, the most appealing part of trading on the silver market is the potential that once prices moves up really fast, the explosive move comes, you guys could actually see that this is a very appealing market to trade. So that's why silver market has always been one of the alternatives compared to gold. If there's no really clear move, people will be watching on the silver closely. And I think this time we could actually be certain to say the long-term market movement on gold is, the long-term market movement on the silver is really much appealing, and a potential price on the long run could be hitting $40 in the future, guys. Right? And so far, if you guys are enjoying our live streaming sessions, don't forget to give us your thumbs up and likes, and don't forget to follow and subscribe so that you guys don't miss out on any important information that I'm sharing with you guys on real time, so that you guys don't miss out anything. Alright, so if you guys have followed, subscribed, every time I'll be starting my live streaming sessions, you guys will be notified as well. Alright, so let us return towards the 30-minute time frame charts, where we are watching on the shorter time frame. And so far, like I've told you guys, yes, prices are still trying to consolidate, hasn't been able to show us a lot of moves, but certainly the market movement for tonight has been very well, since the Asian session prices has been going up higher and higher and showing us this continuity that we have been watching so far. And I think it's also happening on the gold market, but it's a little bit slower. Definitely that will be the case, but like I said again, we have really been telling you guys the pros and cons, entering early, entering a little bit late, and you guys should have been able to make your decisions based on those ideas, guys. And certainly if you guys are still confused and a little bit curious how you guys could do your trades and how you guys could get this kind of trading plan, you guys are welcome to click the link on the video descriptions or on my profile and chat me for this kind of trading ideas, and I'll be giving you guys it for free, and you guys can get those access immediately and make some bucks with us, guys. Alright, so don't forget to check it out if you guys wanted to get trading plans. Alright, and certainly right now we are still on the waiting process. Nothing much is happening as of now. It's still going to take time before we start seeing any results happening on this market, and I think it's primarily could be related with the US dollar index, guys. As usual, US dollar index has a really huge correlations with gold and silver, because behind gold and silver code, you guys could actually see there's a US dollar index. So as usual, I'll be showing you guys what's happening on the currency strength charts, and you guys could actually try to see what has been happening. So far, from what we have been seeing on the currency strength charts, we can actually see something that is very clear, that tonight that the US dollar index has been strengthening. Yes, that's true. After the London sessions prices started to rebound, recovered some of its pace. Meanwhile, we started to see that the Japanese yen is the strongest pair for tonight, and the weakest pair is coming out from the US dollar index, and that is certainly a thing that you guys couldn't miss out. It's been very clear, it's been written, and most of the other currency is a little bit mixed, where we are not really seeing a lot of market movements, where we are seeing other currencies such as the Swiss franc, Euro, Pound sterling, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, as well as the Canadian dollar hasn't been moving a lot. And certainly the biggest winner and losers is very much distinct, where we are seeing that the Japanese yen has been maintaining its positive movement. Meanwhile, US dollar is still maintaining its weaknesses. However, there's something that we can note, that since the early part of the market, yes, it has been quite distinctive, but the strongest currency pair is slightly weakening for now. Meanwhile, the US dollar index with the weakest currency movement for tonight has started to recover some of its movement. So I think that could be something interesting happening on the currency market trades if you guys are trading on it. So definitely US dollar Japanese yen has started to go up really fast during the Asian sessions until the London sessions, and afterwards we started to see that the movement on the US dollar Japanese yen right now should be weakening as of now. So just a tips for you guys on how you guys could use and try to analyze what's happening on the currency strength charts as usual, guys. Alright, and certainly with the US dollar index started to re-strengthening back, I think this could be a worrying case for the gold market movement, because every time if the correlation really does work well, we could actually start seeing that the gold market should be weakening as of now. So let us get back towards the gold market movement. And yes, definitely we have been seeing that the gold market hasn't been able to move a lot from what we have been discussing so far. But I think this is still considered a very healthy pullback. And again, guys, why we are deciding to see that right now this could be a very good time to enter the trades. Risk wise, it's very good. Potential reward is still very huge, and that's why this is still considered a good entry point for the gold market for tonight. Despite, yes, we are still not getting yet the confirmations, the continuations, and the follow through that we are usually expecting coming out from the market. But I think this is still a very good chances for you guys to get the chances to re-enter the trades at even lower prices, and that would be much better on the long run. But again, there's always risk, so that's why manage your risk carefully. Don't be too over positions, over leverage on your trades, guys. Remember that, it's very important. So if you guys are enjoying the live streaming sessions, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and likes. and share this video with your friends or anyone that you guys know that could be benefiting from this video, because if you guys are up, you guys could have a discussion with me, have a chat, ask me anything about trading in general, or if you guys wanted to request any trading assets to be analyzed together, I'll be happy to do so. So just drop in the comments and the chats if you guys do have any questions about the market in general, and welcome to ask me any questions about the market, guys. Alright, so right now we are trying to see how this plays out until the end of the live streaming sessions, and if everything goes well, this should be a good market movement, that potentially a risk, very managed risk on this trade, and possibly we can see that the gold market movement could be going up really quick on the higher side for tonight. Alright, so let us try to analyze what's happening with the US dollar index. When the US dollar index could be building up, the chances to go higher after yesterday's weaknesses on the US dollar is pretty extreme, guys, because there's something happening and I couldn't be talking much about it. So if you guys wanted to get what is happening last night in terms of the US dollar index and what's really affecting the strength of the US dollar, you guys are welcome to click the link on my profile or the video descriptions and chat me and ask for access on my VIP live sessions for tonight, guys, because I'll be definitely discussing it with you guys on the VIP live sessions tonight. Alright, so let us try to check what's been happening on the US dollar movement, guys. Alright, so let us try to see. I'll be switching towards 1 hour time frame charts as usual on this chart because it's pretty wide. So let us see. Let me have a break. Let me have a drink first, guys. So if you guys are watching through the longer time frame as the ones that I've been giving you guys a little bit of a view, you guys could actually see something happening here, that prices has been building up lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and another lower high at around Monday, and right now prices is trying to break down another lower low. But so far right now we started to see that the US dollar index movement started to slow down right at the support area around $96. I think it should be around the support area around this price. So let me just draw the line so that you guys can see it much clearly. Okay, so this is the support area before prices breaks down lower. So I think last night what happened has actually pushed down the US dollar index really much, and even started to build up an even much more steeper downtrend on this market, guys, because if you guys are watching carefully, the drop is even much faster due to what happened last night. So if you guys are interested to know what's happening, you guys are definitely should try to access the VIP live sessions tonight, because I'll be discussing it and if you guys a little bit of a timeline on how it happened as well. And definitely with this kind of market movement after that big steep, so usually if we are seeing that the market movement is a little bit steeper, so if you guys could see that there's nothing much to say that the market movement is literally dropping every single hour, because right now we are watching through the 1 hour frame charts on this US dollar index. And with such a steep movement, usually we could be getting a little bit of a much more extreme rebound and pullback on this kind of market movement. So if you are seeing here, so you can see that there's the drop really fast, rebound really fast, and the drop is also pretty fast. That's why we also will be seeing the rebound will be pretty fast as well. But once the rebound stops, there's a possibility that the drop will be even much faster as well, as the prices is still moving within this much steeper downtrend channel. And once that happens, after prices hits the resistance right around $97.14, and I'm expecting to see that prices will start to even drop even much faster. So right now, if we are watching carefully, it's still been building lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. As long as prices are still ranging maximum until $97.40, possibly we could be seeing a false breakout pre and post the GDP data news tonight. We could actually start to see that the US dollar index could be strengthening maximum until $97.40, and we could actually start to see this kind of possibility happening on the market. Okay, so I think that should be the case on the US dollar index. So right now it has been re-strengthening in preparations for the GDP data news tonight, But overall, the market movement on the daily charts, it's very much still clear that the market movement still will be going down lower and still consisting and persisting towards its downtrend channel, even though it has been going out of the line. But certainly the trend is still very much intact. Prices are going down lower, the downtrend is still there on the market. So definitely that's the view on the US dollar index. So if you guys are thinking, oh, I'm seeing that we should be putting long positions on the gold market, I think that will be a very dangerous thing to do, especially if you guys have been watching and listening to our analysis so far. So if you guys are thinking about bullish, you guys are welcome to think about bullish, but make sure that your trades didn't represent your bullishness, guys, because it certainly won't be a wise thing to do so, especially after what you guys have been watching so far. Okay, so with that kind of market movement that we are watching, we should be actually expecting that the gold market movement will be a bit weakened, a bit slower as a result, where we started to see that strength is reappearing back on the US dollar index. And let us try to see what we can do with this kind of market movement, guys. Alright, so with this kind of market movement, like I said, this could actually be giving you guys the chances to re-enter trades at even lower prices and even limit your risk much better, guys. Okay, that will be definitely the case. And from that itself, right now we are still seeing that yes, gold has still been holding itself pretty well, and I'm sure that we should be able to see a pretty similar thing happening on silver, because silver market movement right now it's not really showing a lot of signs, but still it's ranging between the $36.50 support and the $36.60 area as of now. So I think it's still pretty good chances for that to happen, and overall it's still been very good trades for us. I believe that should be the case. So yes, I still see good chances that this could be your best entry point in terms of risk, and the reward will be very well if everything goes really well according to our view on this market. So let us try to see and how things will be playing out from here, guys. Alright, so let us try to assess the situations and give you guys any updates if anything goes wrong, guys. Alright. So if you guys are enjoying your time here listening to our live streaming sessions, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and likes, and don't forget to follow and subscribe so that you guys don't miss out on any important information that I'm sharing with you guys real time. And whenever you guys follow me, you guys will be notified whenever I start my live streaming session. So you guys are welcome to do so. And certainly if you guys think what we have been sharing has been helpful for you, you guys could also share this video with your friends or anyone that you guys know who is interested to learn to trade and even make some good trades with us together here on this live streaming sessions, guys. Okay, so you guys are welcome to do so. And if you guys do have any questions about the market or trading in general, welcome to drop in your questions in the comments on the chats, guys. Alright. Okay, so it seems that with the strength ongoing on the US dollar index, gold right now is still under a bit of a pressure, and we shall see how this goes on. If everything goes according to plan, we should be able to see that prices will start to rebound. But if it doesn't happen, we need to be prepared and put your risk reward risk limit near the lows of that. So we shall see how this will be going, whether prices will be slowing down after hitting the highs around this market, guys. Alright. again guys, if you guys could enter lower, it will always be the best chance to do those kind of trades. Okay, so for now, we'll be analyzing the market together with you guys, and if there's any changes, any updates, I'll be letting you guys know, so don't be worried. And as again, if you guys do have any questions, just drop in the comments guys, alright? Okay, so far we are still seeing no signs of prices building up a consolidations after dropping, even though as of now we started to see that the US dollar index has started to weaken. But again, nothing much in terms of the gold movement and the silver movement, and prices seems a little bit pressured, so we shall see how this goes on. But everything is still very much within the consolidation range, so let us try to see out how this plays out guys. Alright, but again, plan your trade and have your risk management. I think I've already been showing you guys the example how you guys could see in terms of risk. Okay, Okay, it seems that the trade has failed, so exit your positions guys on this market as prices has dropped even below the consolidations area, and let us try to see where the next market movement will be on this market test, because certainly with this kind of market movement, prices starts to slow down, not showing us any clear chances. It seems that the movement will likely to reconsolidate, give us a false breakdown, or the possibility that prices could start goes higher from here. So let us try to assess the situation. Meanwhile, at the same time, as we have been watching so far, yes, the US dollar index has been weakening, but so far the weaknesses isn't really that strong. So I think that's also one of the reasons why we also see that the consolidation hasn't been moving really well, and it seems that prices will be testing another lows. Testing another support area for the silver at around $36.45, and I believe that we should be able to see that gold will be testing the support area at around 3,333 for tonight, guys. Alright, so this trade has failed and we exit our positions right at the lows of this. Okay, so for now, what could we be expecting out of this market? So as prices has failed to break out of that price and prices has been going down lower, one of the things that we could be expecting right now is how prices will be reacting towards this area, because once this prices has failed and broke down lower than this, there's a possibility that prices could start hitting the lows again at 3,316. So I think this price could be a very important key price, especially if prices continues to drop. Good chances we can actually start seeing a possibility that the prices will start to drop from here onwards, guys. So I'll be watching carefully how prices will be reacting towards the support area around 3,333 towards 3,330 area. So there's a support area around this range, and if that happens, we need to be careful about it too. Okay. Okay, so right now prices are still testing the lows, 3,333, and let us see how that goes. Okay, so it seems that with this kind of market movement, prices has been slow. We'll be testing the support, and once prices breaks down, there's a chances that there will be a little bit of a change, especially from this market side. If the prices are reversing, so let us see whether this kind of pattern will be happening instead. Okay, because so far, yes, silver has already been dropping and hasn't really shown any signs of a reversal. Prices will be continuing the uptrend, and the weaknesses are still appearing on both gold and silver. Meanwhile, the US dollar index still remains around those prices, so I would love to see how that market reaction works. Okay, so this will be a key. If prices broke down, probably could be the signs that prices will be weakening even further. Right, since we still have some time, so let me give you guys a little bit of updates what's happening here. So like I've said, not a lot of a great choice to trade for today, so probably with the US dollar index regaining some of its strength, US dollar CAD could be one of your choices, but US dollar index is still strengthening. And also with the weaknesses appearing on the GBP USD, you guys can consider to do some short action with the momentum still ongoing with the US dollar index, and also US dollar Japanese yen could be up for considerations for a very short term trade. Okay, so I think these are the trades that you guys can consider on how the overall market has been moving so far with this kind of movement. Okay, but overall the market movement has been a little bit mixed, where the strongest pair has started to weaken, the weakest pair started to get stronger, and this will be quite complicated on the market, so be careful about it and tread carefully in this kind of situation, guys. All right, and if you guys asking me what's the choice, so what's the choice is certainly trade the momentum on the US dollar strength, guys. That will be certainly the case on the US dollar Japanese yen, where Japanese yen is weakening, or the NZD USD, because it seems that NZD USD is weakening quite much, so you guys could consider the trades on the US dollar Japanese yen and NZD USD, guys. Alright, that's what I could be seeing so far, and GBP USD. So the strongest movement, trade on the US dollar strength, guys. Okay, okay, so let us see how this will be going on the oil market, because I believe I haven't been discussing what's happening on the oil market movement, and let us get into it. Alright, so far the oil market movement hasn't been actually offering us a lot of moves, and we guys can actually see that the oil market movement has been a little bit limited. And why I am saying a little bit limited, because so far prices hasn't been able to break down below the $65.80 area up to now. So that will be one of the key things that I've been watching so far, that prices hasn't been able to go down lower and hasn't been able to go up higher than $66.50. So I'm looking at the possibility that prices will be a bit stuck around this range and try to range around the $65.80 to the $66.50 area, and once prices starts to break down lower than this, like I said, I've been always keeping up my choices that possibly that prices will be testing the $65 area and then testing the support range again between the $62 and the $64 area. And once prices break down lower than all of this, chances we could be seeing on the long run prices will be breaking down lower than $58, guys. And this is on the back that everything is solved, the war is over, and we could actually see that the oil market will be moving down with weaknesses even more than the ones that we are seeing right now. And you guys can actually see that the oil market hasn't been able to move a lot, and the signs are still showing that the oil market movement is moving with the tendency of bearishness. As you guys could see, most of the market movement is likely to head down lower with the bearishness that we have been seeing so far on the market. Alright, so that's the view on this market, and certainly with this kind of movement, I'll be expecting to see how this will be moving, and certainly, like I said, it will be a great chance for us to see how the price movement is watching here. Okay, if prices breaks out, good chances to do some longs towards 67. Breaks down, prices could be heading $65, $64. But what about the long-term market movement? Since I've already been telling you guys my view, if prices broke down, that really shows you guys how are my view on the market. So if prices do broke down on the long run, we're actually seeing chances will be pushing down, and it will be breaking down lower than the consolidations area, and likelihood on the long run, once prices break down lower than the $65, $62, prices will be playing at $60 below, guys. That will be the reality if prices keeps on under pressure going down lower. So that's why I will be keeping a close eye on it, especially if that happens. The move will also be explosive, guys. Alright, so I think tonight nothing much yet. Gold hasn't been moving much. And yes, gold has been testing the support 3,333, rebounded, and nothing much yet for now, guys, because again we are still waiting to see how the market movement will be working, and nothing concrete yet as of now, guys. Okay, nothing concrete yet. I believe the same thing is also happening on the silver market, reconsolidating. So I think this is a good chance if prices start to reconsolidate, and right now we are watching through 1 hour time frame chart. And yes, US dollar index has continued to go higher as well, and we are seeing that prices on gold started to rebound. So I think this could be the chance of a possible support area, that what we are expecting earlier on. So let us see how this goes. Certainly the rebound will be faster on silver, as you guys could see, touching the lows $36.45 and rebounded immediately towards the $36.56, guys. Alright, so will this be the chance for prices to rebound and go higher? It's still too early to say, but the signs are pretty much convincing if prices could return back higher towards the 3,340 area on the gold market. So let us see how this works until the end of my live streaming sessions. But so far the signs are starting to emerge, but it's going to take time, and there will be another 40 minutes before the GDP data is released. So we will see how this goes, and if you guys do have any questions about the market, just let me know, guys. Alright, so far market conditions are still pretty slow. That is certainly one thing that I can be sure of. Okay, since that oil prices is still trying to hold itself above $66, and I think we still have some time before my live streaming sessions end, so I'll be taking a look with you guys the stock indices, and I'll be giving us a little bit of recap what could be happening for most of the other assets. Alright, so let us get into it. So one of the main things I've already been telling you guys since last week, that we have started to see a lot of positive signs coming up from the US stock indices, especially post Israel and Iran escalation started to slow down and peace, and we are starting to see that the US dollar movement is also going down slower, and that really helped to push up risky assets higher. And one of the things that we have been seeing so far, yes, the US 100, and from there itself we started to see that prices has been building up a double bottom, and we started to see there's a possibility that prices could be touching record prices, and then immediately just in a couple of days we started to see that the US 100 has been hitting the high at 22,200 and immediately broke out higher and higher. And with the signs that we are watching from here has still been continuing going higher, it seems there's no signs of slowing down for the US stock indices 100, Nasdaq 100. And from this movement itself, there's a good possibility we could actually be seeing that the stock indices could be even going up even higher and faster. And there's good chances that this could be ongoing and continuing on the market. And if you guys are watching through the daily charts, it's definitely a very positive sign. There's no arguing and no doubt about it that stock indices are moving in record prices, all-time high, and that really shows you guys that since the inceptions of these trading assets, we have already been seeing that prices has been reaching the highest ground, and that really shows you guys the possibility that prices could be going up even higher. There's no limit. There's a potential that the long run market movement could be even hitting 28,000 in the future. So pay attention on how the market movement will be moving. Like I've told you guys, there's a lot of positive things, and definitely negative is certainly not a part of it for now. Okay, so be careful and certainly be bullish on the trades here on the US 100, and I believe that most of the other US stock indices is also moving in a similar behavior, where we have already been seeing that prices has been continuing going higher and higher, even though I could say for sure that US 500 hasn't been able to hit record prices, but I believe soon we could be seeing one of it happening, as prices is very much close to the high at 6,150 for the SP 500, and for the Dow 30 I think it's going to be much longer, but the signs is very clear. Prices is trying to go higher and higher, so I'm very much optimistic to see that happening on the market, guys. Okay, because if you are watching through the overall charts, the likelihood for these prices to continue is really high, and it seems the only way for the stock indices on the US side is likely to go higher, and the leading ones is certainly coming up from the US 100. So pay attention on the Nasdaq 100, US 100, because I believe good chances could still be occurring here on the market, and it seems that prices could be hitting 22,400 soon, guys. So pay attention. Alright, so let me get back towards the other markets, give you guys a little bit of recap before my live streaming sessions ended. So let us start it with the gold market movement. So initially we started to see, yes, it seems there's a good chance happening on the gold market, and we entered the trades, but it seems it failed. We cut our losses short, and right now prices is still consolidating at the support area around 3,330. But if the support area didn't hold well below 3,330, there's a potential prices could be hitting 3,315, guys. So pay attention on those potential, especially if prices broke down below this, double top formation is being formed. Good chances 3,315 to 3,317 could be next price movement on this gold chart, and selling pressure still remains really high, so that could be the highlight on this market. Meanwhile, moving on towards the silver market, it's still going on a very good uptrend. It's totally a different movement from what we are seeing here, as the uptrend here is really much better compared to the gold market, and I'm expecting to see that the silver market has some chances for prices to even hit the $37 for the market tonight, guys. So be bullish on the silver, be a little bit cautious on the gold market, guys. Alright, meanwhile, moving on towards the oil market, we are already seeing that all market is trying to break out higher. Potentially prices could be testing the lows, building up a double bottom here, touching the $67 area for tonight. So be careful around this. There's a chances for a bull mode, especially after prices breaks out of the resistance area around $66.50 for tonight. And again, on the currency market, I think it's going to be a little bit mixed, with the US dollar index chart has been re-strengthening and the Japanese yen is weakening, so maybe some good chances on those trading assets could be a little bit weakened for now, such as the US dollar, Japanese yen, NZD USD could be weakening, but I'm expecting to see that the US dollar index should be a little bit slowing down its strength and should be a little bit careful. And again, US 100 should be your best choice for now, as the momentum is likely to ongoing and be bullish on this mode, guys. Alright, so that's all for tonight. I hope you guys get a little bit of explanations what could be happening on most of the important trading assets, and definitely if you guys wanted to get trading ideas like the ones you guys are seeing here, you guys are definitely welcome to click the link on the video descriptions or my profile and chat me to get it for complimentary, and you guys could get it without paying any money. And certainly if you guys are interested to know what I'll be discussing tonight on my VIP live sessions, you guys could also click the link and chat me that you guys wanted access on the VIP live sessions for tonight, and I'll be telling you guys what's happened and why we can suddenly see that the US dollar index is dropping a lot for last night. Okay, so see you guys tonight on the VIP live sessions, and just a notifications for you guys, if you guys are expecting me here on tomorrow on this live sessions, it seems that tomorrow we'll be having a public holiday. So if you're not joining the VIP live sessions for tonight, then I'll see you guys next week. And definitely have a wonderful weekend, have a rest, and I'll see you guys next week. But if you guys could join the VIP live sessions, I'll see you guys there. Okay, bye. Okay, wonderful weekend. Hi, my name's Hello, my name's Julian. This week is actually the last week, consider the last week of June on trading days. So what we can expect is that the market is not likely to go through some